afternoon. Welcome to the Teachers Retirement System Board Meeting for February 17th, 2022. I'll start by calling the roll. Thomas Brown.
I'm here.
Cynthia Collins.
Present.
Allison Hirsch. Here. David Kazansky.
Present.
Russell Buckley.
Good afternoon, Patricia. I'm present.
Thank you. And Deborah Penny. Here. We have a quorum. So next is our update from our update on TRS operations. Kavita Kamar is going to give that to us.
Yep. Thank you, Patricia. Members have been notified that their account statements for the fourth quarter of 2021 are now available. On February 10th, 2022, the quarterly account statements were posted on our website for approximately 128,000 members who are currently in service or on leave. On February 1st, TDA quarterly statements were posted online for approximately 60,000 members who have TDA deferral accounts. On January 31st, the TDA quarterly statement for TDA beneficiary participants were mailed to a population of approximately 1,400 members. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Kavita. I'm betting 1,000. Next on the agenda is a report from the actuary. Mike, if you wanted to talk about that.
Sure. Good afternoon. I'd just like the board to note that the Office of the Actuary has issued the first fiscal note for this legislative session, Fiscal Note 2022-01. The proposed legislation for this fiscal note would increase the limits for the basket clause investments from 25 to 35% and increase the limits for investments in foreign equities from 10 to 30%. The cost, or in this case, hopefully the savings, if this legislation is passed, will depend on the use of the increased limits and the investment performance of the new investment opportunities. Just to let you know, we have approximately another 50 requests for fiscal notes in-house, of which approximately 15 would affect TRS, and I'll be reporting on those over the next couple of months as we work our way through those requests. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. So next on the agenda is the Executive Director's Report, and the first item on there is the matter of the next meeting, and it has been suggested that the next regular meeting of the Teachers Retirement Board be held on the third Thursday of the month, March 17th, 2022. And the next is a resolution for attendance at a conference. And the following resolution has been submitted. Be it resolved that the trustees of the Teachers Retirement Board hereby approve the attendance and participation of the executive director and or her designees and any interested trustee at the National Conference on Public Employees 2022 Annual Conference and Exhibit from May 21st to May 25th, 2022.
Thank you, Patricia. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries.
And next on the agenda is the calendar, and the first item is approval of the following minutes. January 6, 2022 for the investment meeting minutes, and January 20, 2022 board meeting minutes.
Thank you, Patricia. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the investment meeting and the board meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Any questions?
Hi, Chair Penny. I just want to quickly note in the January 6th minutes, I am noted as a trustee in those minutes, which statutorily I was not at that time. Just wanted to point that out before they are passed.
Thank you, Mr. Buckley. Okay, noted. All right. All those in favor with that one change, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Okay, motion carried.
Next on the calendar are the calendar items. You all received an electronic version of the calendar items for your review.
Please waive the reading of the calendar.
Thank you.
Do I hear a motion to accept the calendar? Motion.
So
Yeah.
moved, Russ,
Oh,
or second.
Thank you, Ms. Hirsch. Thank you, Mr. Buckley. Wait, first and second, any discussion about the calendar items? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Calendar's been approved.
Next on the agenda is on the TRS presentation, and we have Ivo Grant Williams here. She is our Deputy Director in charge of operations and strategic planning.
Hello, my name is Ivo Grant Williams, and I am the Deputy Director of Operations and the Employer Management Group. It is my pleasure today to introduce and update you on the TRS Strategic Plan, a living document that guides decision-making across the agency. Strategic planning at TRS is used as an organizational management activity to set priorities, focus energy and resources, strengthen operations, ensure that employees and stakeholders are working towards common goals, establish agreement around intended outcomes and results, and assess and adjust the agency's direction in response to a changing environment. The strategic plan guides what we do and not only articulates the actions needed to make progress, but also how to measure success. The current plan covers fiscal year 22, 23, and 24, with strategic priorities, initiatives, and action items for a year-to-year reference point for decision-making. You can go to the next slide. While the strategic priorities and business model are the same each year, the strategic action items are actually refreshed each year as part of ongoing strategic planning. This ensures continued progress and alignment of the highest level decisions of the agency with these strategic priorities. The priorities are self-explanatory, but let's just take a quick look at them here, starting with operational excellence. That includes meeting member expectations through efficient daily operations and a leadership strategy and human resource activities to support a ready, willing, and able workforce. Change management ensures the agency transitions are efficient and business-driven and align with the modernization of our pension management system. Business resumption has been the pulse of our operations due to the current health pandemic, but it proves that TRS can adjust quickly to improve the work life of employees and provide online features that members desperately need during a crisis. We are maximizing the value of every dollar spent to accomplish agency goals through greater productivity and cost reductions. And with member centricity, we are working diligently for members to achieve the maximum benefit from their membership with improved services and less delays. So again, these priorities have been linked to strategic action items that are refreshed and evolve each year. Next slide. There are strategic initiatives in the plan that respond to the current environment, both internally and externally. These initiatives differ a little from the strategic action items because they touch every part of the agency. One being diversity, equity, and inclusion. We embarked on this journey with an assessment of perceptions and experiences, along with the completion of an initial staff demographic analysis. The results will inform a review and edit of current practices and procedures, such as the need to create and incorporate diversity, equity, and inclusion statements into all job postings and standardization of hiring practices. We also incorporate the adherence to a code of ethics and equal employment opportunity standards to the performance appraisals for all staff with direct reports, while partnering with the city's Work Well program to provide employees with a forum for discussions around social justice, physical and mental health. Next slide. The other strategic initiative is the modernization of our pension management system. That is a multiple phase and multi-year effort. It involves an extensive actionable plan to support the TRS business model and business transformation. So starting from the top, as an old system will be removed and replaced, Data will be made available in the right system at the right time with the least business disruption. The integrity of data is maintained in both the new and legacy systems while transactions are completed across systems. We identify when only one system is the source of truth and prevent users from using multiple systems unnecessarily. We confirm that data integrity is maintained as old systems and their related data tables are decommissioned. And we implement a process for identifying the tables and functions for decommissioning that is robust and repeatable. All throughout, supporting the seamless sharing of information between the new and legacy systems to support ongoing business processing. So in closing and summary, the TRS strategic plan is current, industry relevant, and actionable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. If there is a like a full version of the report, I'd love to see it.
Okay, sure. There
Thank you.
is. You're welcome. Okay, next on the agenda is other business or questions or comments from the public. I'm sorry. So the next on the agenda is questions and comments from the public. Do we have any?
Okay,
Seeing none.
all right. Seeing none, it's time for executive session. Do I hear a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Do I hear a second?
Second?
Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor of moving into executive session, please say aye.
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 Yeah, any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we're moving into executive session. Still muted.
There we go.
Okay, we are back into public session. Ms. Stein, would you please report out?
In executive session, we discussed an investment contract matter.
Thank you so much. Anything else for public session? Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Oh,
Wow, there's a tie there. Okay.
I give
thank-
it to David Kazansky.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but thank you, Mr. Kazansky, and that second was from Mr. Brown. Any
Thanks.
discussion?
Thanks, Alpha.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Please stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.